Good day, learners. In this lesson, I'm going to be focusing on adjustment number 4 and 5 of the NSC November 2022 Paper 1, Question 1.3. Now let's have a look at adjustment number 4. It says that the business signed a contract with Always Safe Securities for guarding the premises. An annual premium of $32,400 for the period ended 31st of July 2022 was paid in full on the 1st of August 2021. The security expenses per trial balance on the 28th of February 2022 amounts to $72,500. Let us have a look at the adjustment. Now, the security contract amounts to $32,400. And it was signed on the 1st of August. It was signed on the 1st of August 2021, and it runs for 12 months from the 1st of August 2021 to the 31st of July 2022. Now you notice that some of it belongs to the current financial year and some of it belongs to the next financial year. Now, you know, in terms of the GARP principle, the matching concept, in order to draw up the income statement for the current financial year and to work out the net profit, we need to match the income and expenses only for the current financial year. So anything that belongs to the next financial year must be removed. Now, let's have a look at this adjustment here. 7 months belongs to the current financial year and 5 months belongs to the next financial year. So the 5 months, we need to calculate the amount and remove it. And that will be part of your prepaid expenses. So let's work it out. So 5 months, so it's 5 over 12 times the amount of the contract signed is 32,400, which means 13,500 belongs to the next financial year, and that will be your prepaid expenses, which goes into note number 5 in your financial statements. Now, as far as the income statement is concerned, you will show the adjustment for security expenses as follows. 72,500, which is the amount in the trial balance, remove 13,500, which belongs to the next financial year. So in your income statement, you are going to show for security expenses 59,000 Rand. Right, so the next adjustment is adjustment number 5, and this relates to salaries and wages, which is a common adjustment I've noticed that appears in examination papers. So let's look at the question. It says that all details in respect of the February 2022 salary of an employee were incorrectly debited to sundry expenses account. The following information relates to his salary. Right, and the table is given here. We will have a look at the table in a second. The salaries and wages, as far as the trial balance is concerned, the current amount for salaries and wages on the 28th of February amounts to 1,381,500. Now let's examine the table that is given in the question paper. The net salary is 11,525 Rand. Now learners, you know that your net salary is calculated by using your gross salary and you remove your deductions for the employee. So the SARS PAYE is 3,235. The pension fund is 990 Rand. So your net salary is 11,525 Rand. Let's have a look at the workings. We need to work out the gross salary of the employee. Remember, that goes into the salaries and wages amount in the trial balance. So let's work it out. The gross salary of the employee, net salary plus SARS contribution to SARS PAYE plus pension fund. Now learners, remember pension fund, the employee pays a certain amount and the employer also makes a contribution to the pension fund. In this question, they tell us that for every 1 rand pension fund that the employer pays double the amount. So if the employee pays 990 rand towards the pension fund, what the employer does, he doubles the amount. So that's going to be 990 plus 990, which is 1980. So let's look at the adjustment. Salaries and wages, 11,525 rand. Right, the net salary plus the amount payable to PAYE, which is 3235. The employee pays pension fund 990 rand, and the employee, he doubles the amount and he pays 1980. So altogether, as far as the cost to the employee is concerned, which we have to add on to salaries and wages, will amount to 17,730 rand. So if you look at the trial balance, the existing amount for salaries and wages is 1,381,500. To that, we add the adjustment, which is 17,700. Remember, this was incorrectly debited to sundry expenses. So we need to remove that amount from sundry expenses and we need to add it on to salaries and wages. And the total amounts to, in the income statement, you are going to show the amount of 1399230. And as far as the adjustment is concerned, we debit salaries and wages 17,730 rand, and we credit sundry expenses, remove it from sundry expenses, and you have to remove the amount of 17,730 rand.